If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Steph Curry just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. What just happened in Golden State has the entire NBA world talking. Warriors fans, brace yourselves, because this latest move isn't just big, it's seismic. This is the type of trade that shifts power across the league, and we're here to break it all down. The Golden State Warriors have officially pulled the trigger on a blockbuster deal that could completely reshape the future of this franchise. If you thought the Warriors' dynasty days were over, think again, because this front office is going all in to bring another championship back to the Bay. Now, let's talk about what this means. Everyone knew the Warriors were going to do something dramatic this offseason. The whispers were everywhere, rumors of trades, superstar moves, and potential shakeups involving key players like Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, and even Draymond Green. But few people expected the kind of bombshell that just dropped. According to reports, the Warriors have finalized a trade that brings in a star player capable of taking pressure off Steph Curry and giving this team the scoring punch it desperately needed. This isn't just a minor tweak. This is a win-now move, the type of decision you only make if you believe your championship window is still wide open. And make no mistake, this move proves that the Warriors front office still believes Steph Curry has what it takes to lead this team to another title. For years, we've been asking if the dynasty is over. Are the Warriors too old? Is the roster too thin? But this trade shows they're not ready to fade into the background. They're reloading. Imagine the scene at Chase Center right now. Fans are buzzing, social media is exploding, and analysts are already debating whether this move puts Golden State back on top of the Western Conference. With the West stacked with powerhouses like Denver, Minnesota, and the Clippers, the Warriors knew they couldn't just sit back and hope for the best. They had to make a move. And they just did. From what we're hearing, this trade package involves some significant assets going the other way. It wasn't cheap. The Warriors had to give up young talent and possibly draft capital to make this happen. But here's the thing, this is exactly what you do when you're in win-now mode. Jonathan Kuminga's name was floating in trade rumors for months. Could he have been part of the deal? That's the big question. Kuminga showed flashes of being a future star, but the Warriors' timeline is all about maximizing the last few elite years of Steph Curry's career. And let's not forget about Klay Thompson. His free agency saga has been one of the most emotional stories in recent Warriors history. Has this trade impacted Klay's future with the team? There's talk that the Warriors front office is prioritizing this new core over nostalgia. As much as fans love Klay, the team has to make tough decisions to stay competitive. It wouldn't be shocking if this trade signals that more big moves are coming. Think about the message this sends to the league. When the Warriors won titles in 2015, 2017, and 2018, they did it by being bold, by drafting well, by signing Kevin Durant, by taking risks. This trade is a reminder that this franchise isn't content with fading into mediocrity. Even after a tough season, where injuries and inconsistency kept them out of serious contention, they're ready to rise again. Now the big question is, does this make the Warriors contenders again? If you're a fan of another Western Conference team, you might be nervous. Steph Curry is still one of the most lethal players in the league. Add in this new star who can create his own shot, defend at a high level, and complement Curry's style, and suddenly Golden State doesn't just look dangerous. They look like a problem. The NBA offseason is always full of surprises, but this one feels different. It's not just about adding talent. It's about making a statement. The Warriors are saying, we're not done. We're coming for another ring. And let's be honest, how many teams can match their playoff experience? This is still one of the smartest, most battle-tested cores in the game. This trade also raises questions about the Warriors' future strategy. With the salary cap and luxury tax looming over them, the front office had tough choices to make. They couldn't afford to just sit on their current roster and hope that younger players like Moses Moody or Kuminga would develop into stars fast enough. They needed proven talent. And that's exactly what they got. I want you to imagine this for a second. Steph Curry running off screens, defenses scrambling to cover him, while this new acquisition either takes advantage of open lanes or stretches the floor even more. It's a nightmare scenario for opposing coaches. We've seen Curry do incredible things with less help, so imagine what happens when you give him a high-level co-star who can take over games when defenses key in on him. There's also the Draymond Green factor. Draymond has been the heart and soul of this team for over a decade. He's the glue guy, the enforcer, the playmaker. This trade gives him another weapon to work with. And if Draymond is locked in, with something to prove after last season's struggles, the Warriors' defense could look elite again. Let's not forget the emotional side of this. Warriors fans have been waiting for a moment like this since the last championship in 2022. There's been doubt, criticism, and frustration along the way. Some fans even questioned if the front office still had the hunger to win. Well, this move answers that question loud and clear. They want another title. They want to send Steph Curry into retirement with the respect he deserves as one of the greatest players of all time. The reaction around the league has been explosive. NBA insiders are calling this one of the boldest trades of the offseason. Former players are weighing in on social media, and even rivals are admitting that this makes Golden State a dangerous team again. If you think back to all the dynasties in NBA history, there's always that one move that reignites the fire. This could be that moment for the Warriors. Of course, it's not all guaranteed. Chemistry matters. Can this new roster gel in time for the season? Will the younger players accept their roles? These are the questions that need answers. But one thing is for sure, this team just got a whole lot more interesting. Picture the opening night of next season. Chase Center is packed, the crowd is electric, and Steph Curry is smiling as he introduces his new teammate to the fans. This is going to be one of the most highly anticipated seasons in years. Every game will feel like a must-watch event. The trade also means the Warriors are sending a clear message to their competition. Teams like the Lakers, Suns, and Nuggets will have to adjust their strategies because Golden State is not playing around. You can bet that coaches around the league are already analyzing film, trying to figure out how to stop this new-look Warriors team. What about you? Are you excited for this new chapter in Warriors history? Do you think this trade was worth the risk? Because make no mistake, there is risk. Big trades come with big expectations. But if any team knows how to handle that pressure, it's Golden State. In the coming weeks, we'll learn more about how this trade came together. The behind-the-scenes negotiations, the phone calls, the late-night decisions, all of that will come out. And you know what? It'll probably make you respect this front office even more. They're doing whatever it takes to win.